Hello everybody and welcome. I'm wearing the third kit today because I just don't get to wear it very often, so I thought I'd wear it to start the episode today. I suspect we will have a shirt change at some point during Where Eagles Dare. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 13 of Where Eagles Dare as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark and on today's episode we have two games for you. As usual, it's a Premier League match day 29 as we enter the last realms of the Premier League season. But I'd completely forgotten when I mentioned at the end of the last episode, we've got Conference League matches still to play, and Conference League Conference League last 16 leg 1 is a game that we will be playing today, and we have drawn a team that we played in the league stage. It's FSV Mainz from Germany. We lost to them 1-0 on that occasion, but we get them away from home first because we did finish in the top 8, so we will be at home second. We could get 2 legs for this one, so that is a game coming up second on today's episode. I don't think we've done a great deal since you were last with us. We have played one match. I think last time we had 2 losses, a 1-0 loss and got knocked out of the FA Cup as we were trying to retain it. It was Igor Jesus scoring the goal there. And then it was a 3-2 loss to Wolves, annoyingly. This man here, Noslin, scoring a minute into injury time at the end of the game when we thought we were going to get away with a draw. And I'm going to get away because we were 2 up, and that's what we've got to stop doing, is throwing away leads, because that's a trait that we seem to have got ourselves into. We've only won one game, that game against Burnley, in the last, I don't know how many, since in effect, we didn't win that game. We did in extra time, but we didn't win that game in normal time. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not counting the Burnley game, 7, 8, 9. So we've only won one game in 9, effectively, since we beat Newcastle 2-1 at St James's Park. So we need to pick up that form again today. The first opponents, of course, is Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We played them earlier in the season at Selhurst Park, beat them 3-0 on that occasion. 2 goals from Mateta, and then SA adding a third, and a clean sheet, which is somewhat a novelty, to say the least. A similar result today would be very nice, if at all possible, but it is at the Spurs Stadium. And Spurs are currently, if we have a quick look, they are currently 9th in the Premier League table under Thomas Frank, doing much better than they are in real life, of course. And then, as I said, it is FSV Mainz. We'll concentrate on that in due course. A quick look at the Premier League table, just to reacquaint ourselves of where we were at the end of the last episode. I don't think a great deal's happened since then. Obviously, the Manchester United, I think we might have been in second. We have dropped back down to third by virtue of only that draw against Manchester United. But Newcastle have overtaken us again. But there is a huge gap, 17-point gap now between Newcastle and Liverpool. I think they've pretty much sealed the deal, as it were. We are in third on 50 points, just a point in front of Manchester City now. So we've got to really make sure we get a little bit of form. As you see, our form is somewhat poor at the moment. So we do need to get ourselves sorted with that. And then it's Arsenal in 5th place on 47 points down the other end of the table. Burnley firmly fixed with 18 points. Sunderland in 19th with 19 points. And Manchester United are in 18th on 25, albeit Leeds are also on 25, just separated by goal difference. And Manchester United have been leaking them in recent times. There's a 4-point gap then up to Wolves, who are in 16th place. Right, with that all said and done, let's get on with the first game of the episode. It's a Premier League match day 29. Can we go and pick up 3 points and get ourselves back onto winning ways? And here is the team that will face Tottenham in this match day 29 of the Premier League. Henderson is in goal. It's Mitchell, Guy, Lacroix and Manoir across the defensive line. Kamada and Wharton play in that midfield. It's Sarr, Uche and Pino across the attacking midfield. Nketiah is preferred instead of Mateta up front. We have changed slightly the way that we fix this. This formation, the in possession is pretty much the same formation, but the out of possession formation, we've gone for 2 up top and then dropped these 2 in as defensive. I think before we just dropped Uche came in as a central mid with these 2 staying forward, and then we had a defensive midfielder. So we've just tweaked it very slightly. Try and protect out of possession. Try and protect ourselves a little bit. It may be that Uche will drop back into this slot here, might even drop back into midfield. If we find we are leaving too many gaps, we will have to wait and see. The bench looks like this today. It's just dropped down again because I've just done that. Benitez, Guy, Richards, Canvot, Esse, Doucouré, who's not 100% fit, can play about 45 minutes, Yarami, Lerma and Mateta. And here we are at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They are playing a 4-2-3-1. Very similar to us, except ours aren't quite so defensive in our midfield. We are third. Spurs have just flicked through. It doesn't hold that very long, does it, that screen? As the teams come out on the pitch, and at the point of recording, we're waiting for a big beta update, which may be in future episodes. I will talk more about that when it happens. And we are underway. And Tottenham getting us underway. Johnson goes on a run. And we get highlight 5 minutes in. Lacroix finds Manoir. Manoir finds Kamada. Nketiah. Kamada. Sarr. Kamada. Sarr. He's gone on a bit of a run out there. He's got Mitchell inside him. Mitchell's gone for a run. Sarr's there and it's in the back of the net. Uche. Ismaila Sarr supplying Uche. And it was reasonably easy in the end. And on 6 minutes, it might be 7 minutes actually. I think it was 5:59 the time of the goal. So we'll call it 6 minutes. And yeah, that was easy. And just out of reach of the goalkeeper. They have a corner now. 7 minutes on the clock. Simon's near post, but it's headed away by Gay, but not cleanly. And it's come back in. And it's disallowed. There was an offside there. Won't count. VAR will look at it. We haven't had one overturned yet. There's always a first time, of course. No, it won't count. It's sticking to it's that. Whether that changes when we get the next incarnation, and we can see. Yeah, it's moved to an offside position. Only briefly, but he was offside. Ball kicked into touch. I'm assuming the highlight has come because we will see the throw in. We will. Mitchell, a long throw to Sarr. Sarr finds Uche. Uche's brought down in the penalty area. And again, I've not seen any penalties calls overturned yet either. And it is a penalty. And I'm not sure who will step up and take this. Normally Mateta would do it, of course. Mateta not on the pitch today. Could be Nketiah. We'll find out in a second or two. It is Nketiah. Nketiah always blast it over the top. And a right howler he made of that. A free kick. 34 minutes on the clock. Gahey to Mitchell. Sarr. Mitchell. Wharton. Uche. Uche has a shot from distance and he's dispatched it in the back of the net. I thought that was going to go wide, but Kinsey never got there. And I think he caught Kinsey out as well, really. Wharton through to Uche. Uche, well out, just decides to have a go and punts it, almost like chipped it over the goalkeeper. Kinsey getting a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. So we double our lead. As we head for half time, 3 minutes valid time at the end of this half. Ball out to Johnson. Johnson is out there, and we've got rid of the ball, but not well. Nketiah could go on a counter attack here. Nketiah out wide, pulls it inside to Sarr. Wharton, Uche to Manus. Manus, he had a go. Could see a little bit of a gap there, and Kinsey got across and put it wide. And it's all over half time. 9 shots, 5 on target. Well managed, I think, that first half. The only thing we haven't had a lot of is the possession, but I don't mind as we're 2 goals up. We've had chances and taken them. 1.85 on the XG. They've had 8 shots, 2 on target, and 72% of the possession with a 0.6 on the XG. All I can say is I'd quite like just more of the same in the second half, to be fair. We're 2 up again, and I'm just dubious that, as we've already discussed that previously, we from a 2-goal lead, especially in the second half, we seem to succumb to either a bit of tiredness, a little bit of complacency, or a bit of both. And it's Uche getting us underway for this second half. Lacroix. We have a corner. Kamada with the corner. 55 on the clock. Swung in. It's headed clear. Sarr's there. Nketiah. Kamada underneath the goalkeeper, and we take a 3-goal lead on 55 minutes, I think it is. 54:32 the time of the goal. I've realised the clock stops at goal time. Nketiah, nice ball out to Kamada. Kamada in acres of space, nobody coming to him. And what a lovely shot underneath Kinsey to make it 3-0. And as we approach 65 minutes, I think we are going to make some changes. Looks like we've got some tired players around there. Still not gaining much on the possession front, but we have that 3-goal lead and we seem to be holding on to it at the moment. So a couple of changes, I think, are due. Pino is the player that is tired. He's not played particularly well either. So he is definitely ripe for a change. And I think it's SA that will come on for him on that right side. I'm not going to change it about too much because we are playing very well. Nketiah wasn't playing particularly well earlier, but seems to have picked up in this second half. So we will leave him alone. I'm not looking to make any other changes at this point. And Manus is tired on that right side as well. So do we change the whole of the right side? It looks like we might. Interestingly, right, Guy will come on for Manus on that right side. There are changes for now. I'm not going to try and see the result out. We're too far out to do that. We've got enough time for you to make an impact, so play without pressure. No. Well, we could say that. I want to see a good performance from you tonight. I'm expecting you to make an impact. You've got time. Now show us what you can do. I think that. Essay's unsure, but Guy listened keenly. So that's what we'll go with. let's see if we can get back on track and see if we can get a couple more goals. Changes have been made. They have a free kick. And what we don't want to do is concede one, because we know what starts to happen. Doubts fall in our mind when we concede. And with that, we have Richarlison, the scorer. Udigay. Richarlison in front of him. Goes around. Guy who's just come on. He's obviously not switched on enough. And, it took a deflection. That was unlucky. And they have the ball again. Back into it. Let's ball out to Udigay. Richarlison. And they're playing the ball around nicely. I'm not seeing too much of them. They're in again. And Richarlison has another go, this time into the hands of Henderson. Henderson, and the highlight will continue. Launches a long one. Nobody under that. And with 77 minutes on the clock, we were attacking just to try and up the tempo a little bit. We have picked up a couple of yellow cards. We've also got injuries out there. I say injuries, tiring players. Sarr is tired, and we're going to replace him with Yarami on that left side. We've also got Wharton, who is tired, in midfield, and we will bring Lerma on for him. That's 4 of our changes. We've got 1 change left to make, and I think we'll just hold on to that just for a little while longer. Let's go into the team talk. We are 77 minutes. Not really in my territory for try and see the result through sort of thing. I want you to go, I trust to make difference. Yep, they're happy with that. So we're good to go. We have a free kick. 81 minutes, or nearly 82 on the clock. Gay to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to thread it through, but not on the same wavelength. Or Yarami certainly wasn't on the wavelength. And Kinsey has the ball. He's fired a long one. And has got, luckily, off target. But don't think there was an offside there. And with 87 minutes on the clock, we're going to make our final change. Don't have to make it, but we will. Mitchell is tired. Kamada is tired in midfield. Uche is tired. I think we just need to shore up this defence a little bit. So we'll bring Richards on for Mitchell. And what we will do is we will go to, do we go balance? No, we'll stay on positive. And the team talk now is definitely going to be, I'm trusting you to go on and make sure we see the game out with a result intact. Yep, I think that's good. Confirm the changes and away we go. 6 minutes of added time at the end of this. We're in the 2nd minute of those 2. We're now going to go to balanced and try and see this game out. A 3-1 win would be nice. A clean sheet would have been nice as well, but not going to get that. And time is up. Gone well over. And it is all over. 98 minutes played, and we have won this one convincingly 3-1. The Richarlison goal in the end was no more than a consolation. We did get a little bit more possession. Still very low on possession. 12 shots, 6 on target, 1.99 against their 20 shots, 5 on target, 1.51, and 67% of the possession. It's 3 points on the ball, boys and girls. And here we are with the day's results. Chelsea beating Aston Villa by 2-0. Arsenal beating Brighton by 4-0. Everton putting more plight on Burnley by a 2-0 win. West Ham beating Fulham in a local derby there. Leeds beating Sunderland 3-0. Manchester City beating Nottingham Forest 3-0. It's a good job we won. Newcastle beating Manchester United by 4 goals to 1. Manchester United in danger of being relegated at this stage. Liverpool continue their winning run, albeit very tight, 3-2 win against Wolves, and of course R3 win against Spurs. What does that look like table-wise? It means that Liverpool are still 7 points in front of Newcastle at the top of the table. They've won 5 straight now, Liverpool. They are on rich vein of form. Newcastle are still in second, having lost 3 games on the trot. It was an opportunity to overtake them, but they've won today as well. We are still in third on 53. Manchester City also winning there on a 4-game streak as well. They are a point behind us on 52 points. Arsenal are 5th on 50 points. And then come Chelsea, 6th on 48, as West Ham also on 48, the other end of the table. Burnley getting further away from safety. They are now 10 points adrift at the bottom of the table there. Look like dead certs for a relegation. Sunderland are just a point in front of them. 6 points adrift of Manchester United, who now in turn are 3 points adrift of Leeds United and 4 points adrift of Wolves. So there's a lot of work to do at the bottom of the table there. As I said, Manchester United at the moment, relegation candidates. That is for sure. Right, we have quite a little bit of time down to our next game. It's 8 days, in fact, to the game against Mainz in the Conference League, and of course they are currently 10th in the Bundesliga apparently, so we will be coming back for that and bring you up to date with all the news that is Conference League. And so it's match day and you come back and join me. We are playing the evening games. The early games have been played and you can see the scores there. They don't obviously mean too much at the moment, but that's how it lines up. We have this game against Mainz, and I won't say it's a must win, but we need to get a decent result to bring back to Selhurst Park for the next game. And well, I was actually just going to have a look and see if I could see how their recent form is, but I thought it would show me on here, but it's not going to. Certainly shows me on there, but it looked a bit different from what it looked like before. Drawn 3 and won 2 of their last 5 games. They've not lost in 5. Can we go and inflict a result on them today? Let's go and find out. And here is the team that will face Mainz in this Conference League last 16, a Leg 1 game. Henderson, it's actually the side that played Tottenham, as it turned out. Henderson is in goal. Mitchell, Gay, Lacroix and Munois. As I say, we've got probably the same side, one of our better sides. We've not done too much changing, purely because obviously we lost to Mainz last time we played them at their place. Kamada and Wharton are in midfield. It's Sarr, Uche and Pino across that attacking midfield. And Nketiah gets a start up front, although he wasn't too bright in the game against Tottenham. So he is preferred to Mateta, but Mateta may come into the fray a little bit later on. The bench then looks like this. It's Benitez, Guy, Richards, Canvot, Esse, Doucouré, Yarami, Lerma, Mateta, Hughes, Klein and Riyad. And here we are, the Mainz team. They're playing with a flat back 3-4-3 in reality. Very defensive. They obviously want to hold on. They don't want to be out of sight at the end of this game. A quarter-final place up for grabs. Playing in our gold colour tonight. And they're playing in red tops, white shorts. Been here before, of course. (1-0) loss last time out. And they get us underway. And the first highlight comes 11, well, nearly 12 minutes in. That message that came up on the screen, I was just going to have a look at it. It looks like Mitchell's got a knock. Long throw. It's headed on. Cleared, though. Mitchell. Sarr from distance, just over the top. And Eddie Nketiah has now taken a knock, indicating he wants to come off, but I'm not going to do it. And ball forward. Joe Sung crossed in, but cut out by Wharton. Manus fires it forward. Uche heads it down to Pino. We're on the counter-attack now. Pino ran his man. Nice play. Pino's going on his own. Pulls it back. And I think he's gone for a corner. And, well, with 38 minutes on the clock, Nketiah's obviously knock has got worse. He's a potential thigh injury, which is bad news. So Nketiah is going to come off, and there's the obvious change for him, and that is bring on a Mateta. And, well, a change we didn't really want to make. We'll just check to see. He's best as a target forward, but central forward and a TCF. Right, so we need to make a change to that. Central forward, yep. Oh, channel forward, that is. Centre forward on that one. And out of possession, he is a TCF. So, all good in that. Let's hope the injury to Nketiah isn't too bad. Yep, expect you to perform tonight. We need it. As we head towards half-time, we have gone very attacking. Only time will tell whether that's a bad move or not. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. And it's 0-0 at half-time. I'd be happy with that. Bring them to Selhurst Park, and then we can deal with them there. Just need to be in touching distance when we get there. We haven't performed particularly well, as you'll see here. On the ratings for today. We've had 3 shots, nothing on target to date. 0.16 and 45% of the possession. They've had 6 shots, 2 on target, but the 2 chances they have obviously haven't been particularly good because they've got a 0.07 and 55% of the possession. It was an okay first half, and to be honest, if we end up 0-0 at full time, we'll take it. And Mateta gets the second half underway. Wharton out to Pino. And as we head for 60 minutes, we're going to make some early changes in this one. 61 minutes, we are lacking something or other. And I'm not sure what it is. Our 2 wide players are being cut out of the game by the looks of it. So it does feel as if we need to change the plan somewhat. Have we got a plan B? This is the question. Do we just change it up and see if we can do something? As I say, our 2 wide players are not really firing on all cylinders. Sarr, I think, should be on that side. Oh, a wide forward. Inside winger isn't his best. Okay, maybe we just need to change it up a little bit. Let's have a look and see what we can do. I'm tempted to put Sarr over on the right. Pino, I think, probably could be the weak link. So let's take Pino off. SA can play on either side. So we're going to swap these 2 over. Okay, let's undo that for a minute because, as I always say, do it in the combined because you get all sorts of things happening if you don't do it. SA, right, SA and Saar is going to move over this side. SA on that side is best as a winger, out of possession as a winger. So we're going to go winger and winger. Winger. And SA doesn't give me the option. Out of possession. Okay. I'm not sure why it doesn't give me the option. And then Saar on this side of the pitch. WFD, wide forward and out of possession as a winger. Why doesn't it let me do? I'm really not sure why it's not giving me the option to go for winger. There's something very, let's try it in this. That's why. It's because they drop deep when we do that. I'm thinking we're perhaps moving Eche in here. And we will have him as an attacking midfielder. We'll leave it as that. Right. It feels like this is the best the best option. So that is what we're going to do. Not really changing it up that much, but just having a bit of a swap around to see if we can get some impetus in that midfield there, and try and change it up and see if we can get a result. Team talk. I want you to go out there and make an impact. SA's happy with that. Let's go and have a look. And a highlight is coming. And we have a corner. Kamada with the corner. Swung in. And a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. And Mateta is on the pitch. So he will be taking the penalty. As I say, I've not seen these given over yet. So it is awarded. And Mateta to take. Let's hope he can put this away. Got some tired legs in the middle of the pitch there. Oh, and it's been saved. That's 2 penalties in a row that we've had that we haven't put away. Right, 83 minutes virtually on the clock. And we've got Wharton and Mitchell both tired. Mitchell is going to come off. We are going to bring on a Richards for Mitchell. Wharton is going to be replaced by Lerma or Ducouri. Lerma, I think. And the question is, do we take Kamada off as well? No, Kamada's playing fairly well. Saar is still not playing well out that side. So I am tempted to bring on Yarami. And we'll swap these back over. I've done it again, haven't I? Let's put them back. Put them back. Yarami. He's better off on the left. So we will push him over to the left. And that is all our changes made. All 5 of them. And we don't have any more to do. Let's see if we can, A, see this game out. And B, whether we can possibly go and get a goal. As we approach the 90-minute mark, 4 minutes of added time at the end of this game. We're not going to go down a balanced. Going to stay positive. A 0-0 would suit us. Always on the cards for a close game. And it is 0-0. So we've got it all to do when we come back to Selhurst Park. We had 11 shots, 3 on target. They had 12 shots, 3 on target. We probably had the better chances to win this game, 1.48. And really, Mateta should have put that penalty away, 47% of the possession. As I said, at half-time, 0-0, we'll take it. And he come back and join me for the first bit of news. Eddie Nketiah, only a tight thigh. It's going to be out for a couple of days, which is good news. Honours even at the Mainz Arena for that one. I think we can go in here and get a roundup of all the results from the evening. Aberdeen beating Salzburg by a 0-0. Florentina and Ostrava 0-0, Riga and Shakhtar 1-1, Rapid Vienna and Genk 2-2, 0-0 of course against Mainz, Limassol beating Victoria Pilsen, Dynamo Kiev 2, PAOK of Greece. I'm not sure, that's something to do with Athens, I think. Just remember that I haven't done the name change back in this one because it's a beta save. 4-2, they were winners. And Valcano, I'm not sure who that is beat Paphos by 3-1. Valesano. Could be Valencia, actually. That could well be Valencia. If the names are fixed. So, as I say, we haven't fixed them in this particular save. So there we go then. That is the results from today. 1 week down to the return matches. And we have 3 days to the Leeds game. We're going to come straight back for the next episode because we are going to have back-to-backs. Albeit, I've actually just thought we might have a change. We're going to play Leeds offline. We're going to come back for Mainz and Liverpool because that is going to be a one humdinger of a match as we approach the end of our season. And depending on what happens there, we may, and how we get on against Mainz, of course, whether we've got another episode in there or whether we come back for Brentford and Arsenal, final 2 games of the season. And then it'll be a transfer special. And season 2 of Where Eagles Dare. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode and you will join me for the next episode. If you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to do the usual bits. Thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button, which keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare as they are released. And new episodes of Where Eagles Dare released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Don't forget my other series, To Be a Legend. It's out on alternate days, so that will be out tomorrow. But I hope that you will join me for the next episode. But thank you for watching today. Next episode, episode 14. It's out on Thursday. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Bye-bye.